Get a towel.
If you guys would just go out this.
So glad to see over 200 juniors register for this event. You're in for a great, exciting day. I'm so proud of the Metropolitan PGA and the First Tee program, what they do over here, to get everybody together, the parents of all the young juniors here. It is such a great thing, and golf is a game of a lifetime. We have Frank Bensel from Century, Michael Breed from Sunningdale, Peter Cowan from North Fork, Brian Crowell from Glen Arbor, Ralph Garofano from Saxon Woods, Mike Gilmore from the Wingfoot Golf Club, Mario Guerrera from Sunningdale Golf Club, John Hines from the Baiting Hollow Club, Roxanne Mitchell, Ann Obermeyer, and Carl Obermeyer from the Village Club of Sands Point, Craig Thomas from the Metropolis Club, Stuart Watt from Silvermine, Heath Wasson from Fenway, and Joe Spivak from Garrison Golf Club. And I want to thank Barry McLaughlin, the Executive Director of the First Tee, along with all his staff for hosting today's event. The First Tee invites all the junior golfers to play the course after the event for free. And the parents can play for a reduced rate of $15. And we're going to have a great day. Let's have some fun today for the game of a lifetime. Try to hit the ground, okay, Reese? Nice and smooth. Got it? Okay. And then we want to finish the swing, okay?
So you should try to make your putting stroke match the length of putt you are hitting, okay? So if I'm hitting a 4-foot putt, I wouldn't make a stroke this big, would I? That makes no sense, does it? Good, longer stroke. Very good, little left, not bad. So we talked about length of stroke, right? So I would like to put a tee down there and a tee down here. Now I'm going to say, this is a guess, top of my head, but I'm going to say this stroke back this far and through this far will be a good stroke for this putt. Let's see what happens. All right, very good. Yes. Okay, so you're now going to take your hand and you're going to put it on your grip of your putter with just your left hand, and your thumb is going to go straight down the center of the grip. Good, 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 good. I like it. Center, center. Very nice, very nice. You're now going to, everybody hold up their putter gently in front of them. Don't whack the person next to you. Now take your right hand and you're going to place it baseball style next to your left, and you're going to clasp your hand over and have your right thumb go down the center of the grip as well. Fingertips over, okay? And make sure your hands on the bottom of the club are touching. Try that again. What do you got? Good.
Now, if I could just say one, two, your name? Dominic. Here you go, buddy.
Very good. And still, right? All right, let's get set up.
Got it. You have a question. What is it?
And still, right? Back to turn.
Did you guys see it?
Very good. More time. More time. Now, let that putter go through that tee. That was awesome. Okay, even if you miss it. Remember, by the way, Andrew, do all good putts go in?
Not at all.
Not at all.
I'm good, but I'm not great.
Okay, so we can strive for great.
Show in store for you today. Got some ball striking from some of the best players that we have over here. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Breed.
Pleasure to be here. You're going to get a chance to get entertained by some of our section's finest professionals. from a playing standpoint. First gentleman that we're going to get to work with here is Craig Thomas.
When you start contacting the ball in the center of the club face, you will maximize your distance for whatever speed you're swinging at. Okay, so once you start hitting the center of the club face, the only thing left that you can do is increase club head speed.
If you're going to hit it farther, you got to hit it higher. How do you hit it higher?
Tee it higher and swing up.
There you go. Okay, so here we go. Good question. All right, we're going to let Mr. Thomas hit a shot here. So we're going to widen the stance a little bit, maybe move the ball a little bit more forward.
Make sure you get that core in there too.
And get that core involved. If you're going to hit it farther, you got to hit it higher. How do you hit it higher?
Tee it higher and swing up.
There's a little waggle right there. There he goes, another shot for the Republicans. Well done. Okay, so if you want to hit it farther, do you make the club go faster?
Right, that's one of the things we talked about before. You got to hit it in the center of the club face, and after you start doing that, the only other thing that's going to hit it further is make the club move faster.
How you doing? Okay, so Mike, what we're going to do is we're going to do some, let's do some iron. Okay. Maybe talk a little bit about some of the things that are key to hitting an iron shot properly. You've got an 8-iron there. So when you start out and you hit your driver, you might have a fairway that's 30 yards wide. When you get to hitting an iron, you've got to have some precision with not just the accuracy as far as left to right, but also how far the ball goes. So there's when you hit your driver, you want it to go as far as you possibly can. And when you hit your 8-iron, you want it to go a specific distance. When you're hitting your iron, you're not trying to hit the ball up into the air. You're trying to let the club get the ball up into the air. So you want to make sure that you're going to take a divot. Because what happens when you make a divot is the club head is beneath the ball. And as the club gets beneath the ball, it makes the ball go up into the air. Talk a little bit about what this program meant to you and the advantages that you had participating in this, playing in these tournaments, and how it allowed you to achieve all the success that you've had.
Yeah, well, I think the most important thing is you're getting tournament experience. And, you know, what Frank was saying before about seeing how your body reacts under pressure, you're going to get nervous when you get out there. And, you know, sometimes, you know, on the first tee shot, a lot of people talk about those first tee nerves. And it's the same thing when you're coming down the stretch and you got a chance to win a tournament. So it's interesting to see how your body reacts. And it's fun. That adrenaline that you get is a fun feeling to have.
The question is, how far can you hit the ball?
I fly at about 255 yards, but normally my average driving distance somewhere between 275 and 280 yards.
Take a little bit of a read. What do you see? It's going to go from your right to your left. Okay, just outside the right edge. We got a little bit of lingo, right to left, left to right. Ball right to left, comes right to left. Oh, great nose. Very nice. Good job. Excellent putt. Oh, Todd Gordonero. There we go. Just give me a credit to Toddy. Clean it. First time I get to clean it, clean it. What about the line? Does that line? Pretty good. Carried it up pretty well.
All right, so Roxanne's going to demonstrate a couple of these shots for us. And chipping and pitching, very important in golf. The short game is so important, and if you can all spend a lot of time working on that short game, it's going to help your scores tremendously. That's a nice controlled little chip. Now, is there a rule of thumb what type of club you chip with versus what type of club you pitch with?
I like to chip and run the ball with my pitching wedge. If my hole is closer, sometimes I use my sand wedge because my sand wedge won't roll as much as my pitching wedge or an 8-iron. If the hole is further away, I'd like to take a club that goes a little further, which would be my 8 or my 7-iron.
I'm going to try to get to that other hole.
So to get the ball to go a little bit further, Roxanne is using pretty much the same motion, but she's taking a stronger club. Roxanne, what about the position of your hands as you're coming through the shot here on these lower shots?
The position of my hands is low, and the hands are out in front of my club face, okay?
So on these low shots, Roxanne's trying to get her hands ahead of the ball before the club head strikes it. That's a nice controlled little chip. So to get the ball to go a little bit further, Roxanne is using pretty much the same motion, but she's taking a stronger club. So for Roxanne to get all the way down to that far flag, there's a couple things she could do. She could take a bigger swing with the club that she still has, or she could take about the same swing that she took with a pitching wedge and just use maybe an 8-iron. It would run along there even further.
Anybody, did you guys count your clubs? How many?
Yeah, I did. I have 15 clubs.
Anybody clubs? 15? 15 a good number? How many can you have? 14 clubs.
Right, that's right.
What if he tees off with 15 clubs in his bag? Is he in trouble? Is he going to have 2-stroke penalty in stroke play? Absolutely right. I mean, come on.
Is there anything wrong with that? What's that? I was standing to the side right there. Is there anything okay with that?
Look at the shadow working.
I've got a little shallow.
Around.
Lodge into the ground.
It's actually in the ground, buried in the ground. We have a local rule involved at Mosholu today. It's called the embedded ball rule. So what an embedded ball rule, what does Brian get to do? He's going to try and drop the ball back as close as possible to that spot. Free release. Very good. You rake the bunker. And why do we rake the bunker? You're on a roll.
Anna's got it.
So the whole goal is to find the golf course as good as, if not better, than when you found it. You knew Brian was there. So we're on the fairway. We had a divot. We would put the divot back in the hole. And in the bunker, we're going to rake it and make it
Next
to the
one.
turn.
Way to go! All right.
Way to go! Way to go!
All right.
Way to go!